everyone, I am filming my second entry for Gisella's Etsy shop, Lavish Laces, and this is my second entry for the design team. You can see my first entry in the background, which was the dress form and mini album, and I have a separate video for that, but I thought I'd go ahead and film the second entry as a separate video because it's quite hard to actually film it. So let me first start with what I used, some of the materials. This will be apparent later on as I show you the project, but I started with 3 of these stars that were red, white, and blue, so they're for July 4th, and I took it apart, and you will see the 2 stars that I did use in the project. So this is the last one that I didn't. It's red. The other 2 were white and blue. I used this Color Box Petal Point Classic Pigment ink pads. I believe I used the pink and the brown from this ink pad. So these 2 colors. I think I tried the gray, but I didn't like the result. So pink and brown. I used this pink. It's kind of a doily, My Mind's Eye, 12 by 12 piece of paper. And this is the back. I used the front only and covered my project with this paper. This is from the Sweet Caroline collection, if anybody's wondering. So, and then I used some of these really large beads, some other smaller ones too in the same shape, but they're crystal beads or glass beads. I used this ribbon here. Let me see if I can bring this closer. It is from the French General Embellishments. It's kind of a light pink sort of color, and I'm trying to stretch it out. I don't have much of it left, so this is almost what I have left of it. But there were embellishments that were tied up as bows, and I took them all apart because I wanted to use the ribbon. I especially needed the color. So this was from that French General collection, and if you take a look at the back side, I've got embellishments on it, so they're all in the similar color vein, but I used the ribbon from it. I also used this lace. I don't know if you can see that really well. I used this lace as well that I had. It's vintage lace that I purchased from an online seller, and it was only, I would say, about 8 inches. It's like a crocheted kind of lace pattern, but really pretty. And you can see that it's also dimensional because there's some little rosettes in there as well. I used this silver tinsel trim. I believe I got this from Michael's, and this was really useful. I used some of the rosettes that were on this package. They had a lighter pink color, which is what I used, and their Recollections floral embellishments. And then I used my Distress Paint Antique Linen, as well as my Victorian Velvet. Okay, so the product I created for this entry, which is my second entry, I'm going to take everyone out of the holder, so excuse me, I don't want to make anybody dizzy, and my craft room is a little bit of a mess, so let me cover you up as I turn around. Okay, this is the best I could do. So what I created is a mobile, and what you're seeing are it's the bottom half of the mobile. And so I've got some stars that I used, and these are actually cookie cutters. I got a pack of cookie cutters. If anybody saw my haul video, I bought 2 packs, and there were like 6 or 7 graduating sizes of stars, and I used 3 of them. I painted them obviously with the distress paint that you saw in various colors, and I used the tinsel as well as the roses and the crystals in the project. I also had some other crystals that I had from a necklace, and I took the necklace apart because I actually bought the necklace for the reason of taking it apart. So what you're seeing right here is part of the necklace as well as right here, and I split them up and I attached them to, this one is in the bottom of the star, and that one is just on the ribbon itself. So let me just kind of show you some detail. And the fan is on, so you can see it moving around. So it's kind of nice to see it kind of twirl. And so this star right here has some of that lace or crocheted trim that I showed you, as well as that ribbon is holding up all of these stars. And this one I left unfinished on the inside. You can see that is the cookie cutter. It's kind of that aluminum color. I like the reflectiveness of it. And so I left that one plain on the inside. And this one is actually pink. Let me see if I can spin it around so you can see the side. So that is the side of the star. You can see that trim that goes all the way around. And then there's a bobble hanging on the bottom. And then this one, it's a little bit larger than the one we just looked at. It is pink, and I distressed it with some of that chalk ink. I wrapped some tinsel around it and then put some of those roses that I was talking about at the top to cover where this ribbon attaches. And then on the inside, oops, sorry. On the inside, and I didn't show you this, I used some tinsel glitter. It's Martha Stewart tinsel glitter. So what you're getting is this reflectiveness from the tinsel. And so I thought that was a really nice touch. It goes really well with that tinsel trim that I have wrapped around the top. Okay, so that's the second star, and then the third star is right here, and you can see this one is a little bit glossy because I painted it first on the inside and the outside, and then I put glossy finish, or glossy accents, sorry, glossy accents on the outside to make it really glossy, and then I went over it again with that antique linen paint with my finger to kind of bring some of the shine down. And then at the top I put a button and then a little bow here made from some crocheted trim. I thought that was a nice touch. And then on the inside there's a dangling bauble that I made with there's 2 tiny beads and then a big one in the middle. And so that bead is picking up some of the light that I have in the room. So I have some other pictures from the bottom facing up, and those will be after the video. So I will move up a little bit so you can see, and I'm trying to film this against this white cloth so that you can actually see the detail of the mobile. It's actually got 2 of those stars that I was talking about. Here's one of them, and I'm going to try and get underneath it. I took the star and I painted it pink first, covered it with paper, and then I distressed the edges of the paper, and then I took my stencil from Heidi Swapp, which has little stars all over it. It's actually a stencil that has stars, hearts, and I think polka dots or something. And I stenciled it over with some embossing paste, some gold embossing paste, and then I went over it with the antique linen to give it that distressed look. So there's actually 2 tiers of stars, and the 2 tiers of stars are connected by that silver tinsel. And you can see that. And then of course you're seeing the ribbon coming down that holds the cookie cutter stars in their place. And that's connected to another star up there. And then the tinsel goes all the way up to a hook that is hanging from the ceiling. So this is my second entry. I hope you all enjoy it, and I will leave some more pictures at the end of the video. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and I will try and get back to you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.